Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another carbon fiber hood. It's going to be a wet sand. We're going to do a couple crack repairs, couple chip repairs here and there. It's just really faded. It's sun baked. There's some spider cracks here. So basically, when he was driving, the hood flew up, broke his windshield, and it just did some damage. So we're going to sand down the clear coat, buff it up, shine it up. We're gonna put a fresh coat of clear on it and brighten it up and bring it back to life. So let's go ahead and get it started. I'm gonna start by wet sanding it.
Shut up and sit down.
Alright, so here we are. I just want to give you a closer look at these chips. They're deep, they're completely through down to the carbon fiber. So we do have to do a pretty deep sand. So I went ahead and I started hitting this lip. Show you a little bit better what it looks like. A lot of the cracking is almost gone, and they just got to get it down through these chips. And then this whole big crack here is almost completely gone. Just a little bit more sanding right there. But I am starting to hit the fibers. So this is when I switch to do it by hand, just to make sure I don't go too deep. I do majority of it with the electric sander there, just to speed up the process and get through the bulk of all the clear. But already looks way better. So just a quick little example of what I'm doing. As I'm sanding, I am walking it right along this edge of the clear coat, trying to get it down to basically bare carbon fiber. This thicker clear coat here is what causes it to have that yellowish gold glow. Once you get it down past this, like you can see it as I go here. as I can go, I can walk that lip of clear coat back and get it off, and then afterwards I go over it with it flat, smooth it back out. And then that's what we're gonna do just for a quick cut through. That's how I get all these rough edges and everything back down to smooth. I just get through that real blunt, thick clear coat. And then that's when I start to wet sand. I just do a quick dry sand. It's 150 grit. Let me show you here. So see there, it's 150 grit. It's a very fine finishing sandpaper, which is the roughest that I ever go on this. So here now you can see it after we have the first coat of sanding done. Basically we went through with the 150 grit. You can see a little bit here. It's into the carbon here, so this is gonna have to get filled with clear, but the pattern luckily is still in place. Just gonna need a little bit of filling inside that crack. Up here on the ledges, you can tell where I sanded a little bit deeper all the way to the carbon, just to get all those deep chips and cracks out. We did go all the way through the entire hood and took the entire top layer of clear off, which should take most of that yellowing and golden, like the golden carbon fiber tint out of it. So now you can see it's kind of the gray and black again. So now when you put clear on it, it will be nice and clean and glossy like new. So I do have to get a little bit more on this side, which I'm going to do by hand because it's so close to the carbon, just so I don't go too deep. So So I'm gonna hit this edge, I'm gonna hit the inside of that edge. And I do have just a little bit of cracking right here. I have to get a little bit deeper, but as soon as I hit that carbon, I stop using the electric sander and I finish the rest by hand. So now, like I said, we started with the 150 grit. So now I'm gonna move to a 400 wet sand. So basically you have a mixture of water and just like Dawn dish soap. So I'm gonna do the 400 wet sand. I'm gonna try to finish getting off the last bit of damage. And then I'm gonna polish it up with the 2000 wet sand. And then we're gonna dry it. We're gonna wipe it down real good with paint thinner, paint cleaner, the wax and oil remover. And then we're gonna shoot some clear on it. Alright, so we went ahead and we finished doing the 400. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move to the 2000. So I'm gonna give it one nice final good wet sand with the 2000 just to get everything as smooth as we can. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down and prep it for the clear coat. Alright guys, so here we go. I got the hood fully sanded down, fully cleaned up. Just wiped it down with paint thinner, let it dry, wiped it down 3 different times with 3 different rags. So it's super clean. I got all the way around underneath the bottom lip as well. Here's what I used, duplicate color paint thinner. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna mix up our clear coat. I have the Matrix MS78 and the Matrix MH78N. That's the hardener. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to mix it 2 to 1. So we're going to go 2 parts clear and then 1 part hardener. We're going to mix it up, pour it in the gun. We're going to do some test sprays on the wall over there, make sure the gun's adjusted properly. I already adjusted the air pressure. I have it at 32 and I'm going to adjust it a little bit once the clear's in the gun. So let's go ahead and let's mix it up and let's get the first coat sprayed on. So and as you're doing this, you want to make sure that you really mix it up really well. So I put the clear up to the 2 and I put the hardener up to the second 2. That makes it 2-to-1 ratio. Make sure you always run your paint through a strainer. Catches anything that falls into it or any clumps or anything that will clog the gun. Alright, so here we go. Just put the last coat on. Sorry if I sound a little funny. I'm wearing my respray here. So here you are. Quick look. Turned out beautiful. We'll see how it dries overnight. Alright guys, so we have the hood done. I just painted the wire mesh that goes in the hood scoop here, put it back in place, flipped it back over, it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and let's check it out. Got it out here in the sun so you guys can see how it turned out. Sorry, my shadow's gonna go through here. So it turned out very, very well. There is a couple spots still right here. You can still see the crack, but when the carbon fiber does break the way that this one braked and ripped, there's like chunks, there's a couple little chunks missing. There's really nothing you can do about that unless you lay a fresh sheet of carbon over it, but trying to match the pattern across the entire hood is like extremely difficult. I've heard it's possible, but I hear they really, really recommend not doing that. A couple little marks here, had some wear on the corner and a little bit here, some chips or something that had happened before, and then a little bit, let's see if I can get it on camera. There was a little bit of, there you go, you can kind of see it, a little bit of indents where the windshield did, the hood hit the windshield. So it's a couple little things I couldn't get to come out perfect, but it is a night and day difference on the finish. The brightness, all that goldness is gone. It's back to the normal clean carbon. I think it turned out very beautiful. So he's gonna come pick this up tonight, and that's gonna be another carbon fiber hood gone. I think it turned out great. So that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be doing some more how-to videos. We do have a couple good builds going on. This Rock Crawler 4Runner, I have a lot of videos in the works for this. It is 4-link front and rear. This is a build we are rushing through, trying to get back home to him before his baby is born. Everything's turning out really, really nice. So look forward to these videos as well. So that's gonna be the wrap. Thanks again for watching. Peace out.